Hey everybody, my name's Craig. Welcome to 5 Minutes a Day for Tuesday, November 27th, 2018. Today I'm going to talk about something a little bit more heavy. I guess this is my first time, so there's not necessarily a thing more, but I'm talking about something heavy. I'm going to talk about nihilism, oddly enough. So, 5 minutes starts now. So, let's start with the basics. Nihilism is just the lack of meaning or an absence of meaning. There's a lot of different viewpoints on it, and I'm going to talk about two of them. And then I guess one thing I need to talk about is how I'm not a philosophical historian. I'm not going to go into the deep whatevers of where it came from and all the different variations. I'm going to talk about two. And I'm going to talk about those two because I think ultimately, I want philosophy to be helpful. I guess I'm a little bit of a pragmatist, where I want things to be useful. That's not the only thing that I want. My epistemology and my morals aren't based out of pragmatism, even though that's a big part of it. I want things to be helpful. I want things to work. I want things to move towards better outcomes. And yeah, that's why I want to talk about this. So the first type of nihilism, the absence of meaning, I want to talk about is what I call existential nihilism. It comes out of the kind of training I've had in counselor theories, where existential means existence, and it kind of comes out of the existential theories where people have big time anxieties based around the big questions like why am I here, is there meaning in the universe, those kinds of things. And so this one means there is no meaning at all in the universe. So like a very cynical, very hopeless view, and I really don't like it. Yeah, it's and I guess on some level I feel like it's part of it's kind of set in as a kind of a barrier for some of the older worldviews where the universe or maybe God not only like gives you meaning but forces it on you. And to move it on to another view of nihilism is what I like to call innate or intrinsic nihilism, and that's there's not a innate or intrinsic meaning in the universe. In other words, there can be meaning, we just make it, we choose it. And so even if the universe, you believe the universe or God has a meaning for you, a value for you, it's something you choose. It's something that, if a lot of Christians have this view that, even though it's not the only one, that, God is the one that gives them their identity. And that's fine. I don't have anything necessarily wrong with that. But God gives it as an option. You get to choose if you believe. You get to choose if that's what you want your identity to be. And to the Christian, they would say that that's the most important thing because that would give you the best outcomes. Now, I talk about these two different types because ultimately we can have somewhat of a choice. The first one, the existential nihilism, I don't like it because it's has an external locus of control. Something outside of you has your meaning or value. In this case, there doesn't exist, so you end up with a lot of guilt or dread or worry that nothing matters. Or you just give up because, according to this belief, nothing has any meaning anyway, so it doesn't matter. So you just do whatever, you give up. I like the other one, the innate, because it acknowledges that there are so many things in this universe, so many things in this world that don't make any sense. And yet, we as human beings can decide to make meaning for ourselves out of our lives. We can choose what we want to mean. And I think that's really important. It puts the locus of control on us. It makes us the one that's responsible for making meaning out of things and it kind of helps us to see that we have some responsibility in that. And you know, you can take that way too far, definitely. But yeah, so I'm 10 seconds away, so I think that's what I wanted to say. Maybe it's not as clear as I wanted to, but my 5 minutes are over right now. So that's been 5 minutes today. Again, November 27th, 2018. If you liked what I had to say, or have comments on it, comment down in the comments. That's what they're for. If you liked what you saw, like it. If you want to see more of this, subscribe, click on the notification icon, and yeah, I will see y'all tomorrow. Hopefully I'll start a little earlier. It's like 10:20 right now. So in short, too long didn't watch Nihilism, An Absence of Meaning. I think there's two kinds: Existential, which is the cynical, there's no meaning in the universe, like it's against the way the universe is made, and innate nihilism, which is that you kind of assume that there's no innate meaning in the universe, and then to have meaning, we've got to make it. So anyway, y'all have a great day. I will see y'all tomorrow. Peace.